Imagine that. I had no idea this was stationed and stapled over on the chaussee. Do you know who this is? Well, if you do know, kudos to you. If you don't know, you have some homework. So tomorrow morning, you have to let us know who that is. Good morning. Welcome to the DBS This Morning Show. I'm Maureen. Let's see what the news desk is saying, and then we'll come right back.
Good morning. Former Infrastructure Minister Guy Joseph is calling on the government to do something about the deteriorating state of the island's roads.
If we take the View Fort to Cul-de-sac Highway, if you take from Fondor in Dennery to the Badlil, that is about the worst piece of road that you can drive on the main roads in St. Lucia. That is the link between your international airport and the majority of your hotels in the north of the island. And the road is in such a deplorable condition. On a rainy day, as we are having these days, when you see the puddles of water on the road, you cannot tell whether it is a pothole, whether you are going to burst a tire, whether your rim is going to be broken, and nobody is saying anything.
The opposition is threatening protest action if the government fails to address their concerns and those of the National Council on Public Transportation, the NCOPT. In other news, Chief Education Officer Beverly Diodoni has announced the implementation of a new school's hair policy in the next school term. There were demands for a new hair or grooming policy after the father of a 13-year-old student of St. Mary's College took legal action against the school when his son was denied entry into his classroom over his hairstyle. The new hair policy is among a number of initiatives detailed by the Ministry of Education.
Implementation of the hair policy. This is what we've been waiting for. Our dedication to creating an inclusive and respectful learning environment remains unwavering. The forthcoming implementation of the hair policy is a testament to our commitment. And colleagues, I will tell you that the hair policy will be implemented as early as term 2. So January, God willing, when we return to school, the hair policy will be implemented. This morning, at some point, you will get copies of the draft policy. But as of term 2, it will be implemented.
The new policy is supposed to promote diversity and inclusivity, ensuring every student feels valued and respected regardless of their cultural or religious backgrounds. Public sector employees were introduced to artificial intelligence-driven solutions to aid the advancement of their work at a workshop held on November 7th.
We need to have an understanding of what is going on around us and not be myopic and to react with an emotional bias. But I think we have to understand what is happening in some of the larger countries in terms of AI implementation, in terms of AI adoption, because this has tremendous impact on us and our lives as we know it, because lives and livelihoods are being impacted and affected. Every single sector has been and will be impacted by AI. And we are looking at major disruptions. And I think it is something that we have to be prepared for, and we have to understand the magnitude of the influence of AI, both positive and negative.
This week's session is part of the broader Caribbean Digital Transformation Project, which is aimed at digitizing government services across the region. The National Skills Development Center, the NSDC, has partnered with the Dalhousie University out of Canada to host an agro-processing workshop from November 14th to the 17th. The area of concentration will be on food hydration.
So a few topics that will be looked at also is food safety and preparation of produce, moisture measurements and product inspection, measurement and bacterial testing, marketing and business management, and bacteriology analysis. Persons are invited to come in, so we're going to have those happening at different times. So from Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we have different time slots. From Tuesday to be 9 to 12, for Wednesday to be 1 to 4 p.m. Thursday is going to be for the full day, and on Friday you're going to have from 9 to 12 p.m. After completion of the sessions, persons will be receiving a certification of completion from the University of Dalhousie.
Interested persons can register ahead of the workshop through NSDC's Instagram and Facebook pages. These are your top stories. Thanks for watching. Good morning.
Thank you very much, Kendall. We'll be right back after this break. We did mention to you that over the weekend, the trade show went down, and we got quite a few features from the trade show, rightfully and justifiably so. We've got one of those features in our first one this morning to share with you. A gentleman by the name of Ronald Raoul. I think he was the highlight of the trade show, well, in my opinion. Let's take a look. Listen. We came in to check on the Taiwan, St. Lucia Taiwan trade show. We're here at the pavilion, and as soon as we walked in the door, we caught up with this gentleman here, Ronald Raoul, and we have not been able to move because we're going to have to come back tomorrow or something to do the rest of the features because they're about to close up the day. But we stopped here and we could not go further. Ronald, what are you into? Because I do not have a terminology for it. I don't give it to one, you laugh at me already, so I don't want to go there. I'm not embarrassing myself in front of the camera. What is it that you do?
Okay, it's a virtual tour of the island where we went around, especially during COVID, and we captured every nook and cranny of the island. And we put it together in the form of a virtual tour where you could explore all these areas from your phone, from your laptop, or the best way is through the VR goggles, which you experienced a while ago.
That is the experience right there. This thing about phone and that. No, the experience is through that goggle thing that you put on. It's like you're floating over the island.
Yes,
you're in a helicopter ride and you're just floating over the entire island.
That's correct.
How you mastermind these things, man?
Well, I started I used to just share regular photos of the island, and people were always intrigued, like, wow, where's this?
So you
where's
originally
this?
what? A photographer? What are you? A videographer?
I do both photography and videography.
Right. Okay.
Right.
So there's where the things start for you. Start like Javon here.
Yeah.
And then what? In the midst of all of that, started to tweak you. What, it was too basic? You started to feel.
I want people to experience the exact thing. Like when you go to a spot that you love to see, when you just take a regular photo, when you send it, like when somebody sees it, like okay, but when you give them a 360 photo of where you were standing, you really exactly what you experienced when you went there. So I just wanted to really bring forward, the pleasure I had going around the island, especially during COVID.
Right.
And in researching, this was the ideal way to portray St. Lucia.
Right, but okay, now research, this is the ideal way. Actually capturing all of that and bringing it here and starting to do this yourself. How long did it take you to mastermind all of that and to perfect it?
It took me 4 years. 4 years of collecting the photos, searching for the right program, putting everything together. I had a web developer. That's Adani.
Right.
Yeah, and he helped as well. So it was a long journey, but in the end, when we saw the final product, we were very, very happy.
That's what I want to talk about. The final product now. Is that all that you anticipated it to be, or it's blowing you off the top as well? This. I don't think I could ever think about that before I actually see it.
Yeah, well, when I first viewed it, the end product, it was over the computer. But then when I got the VR goggles and when I started navigating, I was blown away.
Right.
Yeah, because it's a completely different experience, more immersive.
Now you have that in your hand. That's a piece of weapon there. You at the trade show. Where do you see this going? What is some of the plans? What are some of the things that started to in your mind now?
What I want to do is do for the other islands, like Dominica, for example. I'm planning on going next.
Right.
There's another component though, which is streaming in 360, where say Carnival is going on.
Right.
I have this 360 camera there.
Right.
And
that is the one with all the cameras all around.
That's right. So somebody overseas now with a pair of VR goggles, with that streaming, they would feel as if they're in the event, whatever is happening at the time.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, listen. I want to love you, but you scare me. I want to love all of this, but this is scary because I'm looking at through that goggles, and this thing feels too real to me. I'm thinking, but look at me, I'm standing on not this trade show thing. This
But
is
you're feeling suspended.
once this thing is my eyes, I am lost.
Yes, yes.
You know?
That's
Wow.
a feeling. Yeah, that's the.
Now you said bring it to the other islands. So does that mean that this does not exist now within our purview or region?
No, there are very few places in the other islands where it exists.
Wow.
So the idea is to capture as much as possible, and one of the main reasons was to expose our younger ones to the beauty and the rich history of St. Lucia, which I think would translate into greater national pride from an early age.
No, Estelle, no, you're talking about that. Are we taking this into schools and stuff? That's what you hope to do?
I plan on doing that as well.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
you're a noble guy.
Thank you.
Well, because I know it's gonna, but certainly to give the kids that sort of So right now where you are, how can you have that open to persons? They can come
Yes.
in and do a tour?
Yeah, anybody can come in now
virtual
at
tour?
the time
Only
when
at the
St.
trade
Lucia.
center, but no
It's also a
outside of
website.
that.
It's also a website, www.stlucia360.com.
Right.
So anybody could access it there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
To get the immersive experience, you need a pair of VR goggles. But other than that, you can just go to the website, and there's even more information.
Listen, you confusing me clearly. So I mean, if I have a pair of these goggles and I go to your website, I could see what I just saw here?
Yes, you can.
How?
Because the
I thought it was something you doing.
yeah, it's a website, and you access the website through the goggles. Because the goggles has its own CPU and everything.
Listen, you're probably talking to somebody outside. They're bound to be understanding you. Right now, we are lost. I come and spend a whole week in your company, so you can explain this thing to me further.
All right.
You at the trade show, what has been the response like? What do you hope to accomplish coming out of the this trade show?
From the beginning, it has been overwhelming. Like people have been blown away by it.
Yeah.
Starting from the
Including
dignitaries. Yeah, everybody. One of the main things were people who were afraid of heights. When they looked down.
Yeah, I need to jump twice.
Yeah. But other than that, like once they got used to it, then they were taken up by the scenery and yeah.
So real.
Yes.
All right. Now I want a personal tour. I mean, I do not want to do it. I want to do it. I don't have goggles in the first place. So let's say I don't have goggles. So going on the website makes no sense to me. What about other persons who would like to be able to get that tour with that experience with the goggles? You have a place where they can come and view it, or do you do that?
we're thinking of setting up in Rodney Bay, but we're
Right.
indecisive for now. But more than likely we'll be
You will
setting
open up a space for
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Oh, that would be lovely. And do you plan to take this into other areas? Because normally when you go to the Sulphurs Park down in Suffren, there's a little thing the tour thing they normally give you as well of the thing. If we can get to do it in that light, I think this would be awesome.
Actually, I have. There's the other part which I didn't show you, which is 360 video. When you put on the goggles, again you get immersed with actual. You saw photos at first, but there's the actual video where you're standing in there, and it's like being there. You see the water falling down and
It's
everything.
falling.
Yeah.
Oh my God! So this was like photos, just still stuff.
That was just the photos.
I thought they were moving. You see what I'm saying? I thought this was very much alive. You could have fooled me. Wow, this is quite innovative, sir.
Thank you.
Wow. Ronald, you have the thing there, man. Obviously. All right. So again, just put out the handles for us where we can find you on your website or your social media as well.
Okay, on social media we're St. Lucia 360, and the website is stlucia360.com.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Let me tell you, Ronald is a scary man. He's very interesting, but very scary. In our second feature, another event that we are following very closely is the Good Deeds Day pageant. It's coming up this Saturday, and likewise during this week we're going to be featuring a lot of what is going to be taking place, or we expected some of the contestants that are going to be on showcase. We caught up with one of the contestants this morning. That's our second feature. All right, we're here with Serena. Of course, we've been meeting some of the contestants who are going to be part of the Good Deeds Day pageant. This is coming up this Saturday at the National Cultural Center. Serena is one of the participants. We have 5 young ladies who are taking part. How are you, darling?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm great. I'm awesome. I see you doing your thing this morning. Absolutely loving it. Why did you decide to take part in? How did you decide to take part in this? Why?
Okay, so of course, it's good deeds. It's all about volunteering and helping, lending a helping hand.
Absolutely.
So I joined this pageant for a change. Because you don't normally see pageants with volunteering. It's all about the glitz and the glamour.
That's right.
So this one is new and unique.
Mm-hmm.
So I joined it.
Because you have a passion in that department.
Yes,
well, absolutely. Since you've decided to come on board as part of the pageantry, because I know that you guys have been judged beforehand, before the actual day, so you guys have been involved in some sort of volunteerism over the past couple of weeks. What are some of the things that you were engaged with?
One of them was, there are so many to choose from.
Just give us a rundown, man. It's all good. It's all good stuff.
Okay, so there was a bag. They gave us a bag to give to someone in our community who is in need. That one was my favorite one.
Right, because there was somebody that you spotted long time and you were just very happy to be able to.
It was a good feeling that I could help him or her out. I'm not mentioning any names.
That's fine. That's fine. Okay, and that one was close to your heart. Wonderful. That is great. What are some of the other things that you're hoping to walk away from this initiative with?
Of course, the crown.
Oh, absolutely. Why not? Certainly.
The crown.
Certainly. Right. Saturday is the day. Certainly. You look like, you took a deep breath. So is it that you can't wait for Saturday to get here, or you can't wait for Saturday to come and be over with? Which one is it?
None of the above.
None of them?
Yeah.
Well, where are you? What's going on? Where are you? How are you feeling? What is the feeling like? What sort of emotions are you experiencing right now?
I'm feeling relieved. I'm prepared to see what the day has to offer.
Right. It's sort of right. We were told it is going to be a day with a difference. So, on the actual night of the pageant, you guys have a creative way that you have to put together some form of a creative using the Good Deeds Day T-shirt or right. You want to give us a little idea what we're in for? I mean, not to blow it off the top.
Spoilers. Just know that each individual, please, you'll be seeing the Goods D merch in different styles.
Okay. All right. I like that. Certainly. What do you want to say to the persons who probably is home trying to get their tickets to come on over, or probably they have not even thought about it, and you would like them to come out to be a part of the show?
Okay, so they can contact me on Instagram for tickets. Don't miss out on tonight's show. Not tonight, but don't miss out on Saturday night show. Come, bring a friend, bring family, bring everybody. Tickets are only $25, $15 at the door for kids, and see you there.
Absolutely. Wonderful. All the best now. All the best. You're good. You got this. Certainly. Well, guess what? It is our lucky day today because we've met up with our co-chaperone and also sponsor for the contestant. So we have Sashel here and we have Shelby, right, from Extra Shallow Beauty. Gentleman, lady, what is it like? What did you decide to to partake in such a role? You've done this before?
It's actually my first time doing this. I wanted to take up the role because she's very close to me. She's always helping us out and stuff in the show.
Wow, what a noble thing.
We just took it up on ourselves to help her out.
How has it been so far? I see you guys putting in the work, because this morning we all had a little thing going on there, so you guys are certainly taking this very seriously.
It's a lot. It's very difficult, especially as it's my first time, but it's going well so far.
Okay, so let me ask you one little question now. Now that you've actually delved into it for the first time, are you thinking that probably this is something I could venture in the future?
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Well, girl, you're a lucky girl. She's doing it only because you're her close friend. Right, you're chargy, that's chargy kind of thing going on there. You're the messy and the chargy. Now, Mr. Shelby, you is a man I met before. You're a man of multiple hats. You understand? In this capacity now, you're actually the co-chaperone. This is not a strange place to you, for sure.
No.
You've been there before. So you're a nice person to fall in the mix and give a nice guide. What is the journey been like? And this is different, though. The pageant is sort of like with a different twist. Have you done any pageant like this before?
Well, actually, I'm the director of the Miss Teen St. Lucia pageant.
That is it. All right.
Yes.
I was trying to remember where I came from.
I worked with Serena before. She was one of my contestants of this year's show. Mm-hmm. And I decided to help out Serena as well because I see the potential in her, even though that she didn't place in the top 3 of the last pageant, but I see that she has the ability to reach where she wants to be.
Absolutely.
Because pageantry is a lot, and it takes quite a lot to be a part of a pageant and to actually place in a pageant.
Yes.
And for the past few days, we actually had about 3 weeks to get Serena ready for this pageant, and it's been going quite well, but we still need a lot of help in order to reach to the crown.
But at least we would have been on our way there. You would have started something and you put effort into something because you have a vision. I see what you're talking about too. I see it. So certainly I'm happy you decided to take up that mantle and, help to groom her.
Thank you so much.
Well, guys, let me tell you, Saturday is the date. I wish you all the best of luck. What's your sponsors? Who's your sponsors again? Who are your sponsors?
I only have one sponsor, the one and only Extra Shallow Beauty.
That is it. So that's always one. Okay, so that's the sponsor right there. Absolutely. Well, all the best of luck, guys. You again, we wish you the best on your journey as well.
Thank you.
What a noble thing, girl.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Saturday it is.
Hi, I'm Candy Nicholas, and this is the Wellnest. We recently spoke about gut health, and I wanted to expound on some of the things we can do to ensure that we are helping and not hurting our gut health. As we discussed, your gut or digestive system is necessary for the consumption and digestion of food and the production of waste, making it one of the most vital organs in the human body. Recently, research has found that your digestive system is much more intricate than originally thought and is involved in nearly every single aspects of your health. If you've ever experienced reflux, constipation, diarrhea, or bloating, you will understand the impact that gut health can play in your day-to-day life. The gut microbiome refers to the trillions of microorganisms that live inside your gut, mostly in the large intestine. There are roughly 100 trillion bacteria in the digestive system alone. It may seem like a tall order to change or look after them, but the good news is that research has shown that within 2 to 4 days of eating well, your gut microbiome can improve. So here are some things you can start to implement almost immediately. The first one is to include fermented foods in your diet regularly. So fermented foods are full of naturally occurring live cultures. While the science has not yet concluded exactly how much fermented food you should eat, I recommend aiming to eat a source of authentically fermented foods or drinks every single day if possible to help support digestion, whether that's enjoying some yogurt with live and active cultures for breakfast or sipping on a kombucha at lunch, or adding a tablespoon of sauerkraut to your salad. The second thing you can do is to increase the variety of plant foods in your diet. A high fiber diet is associated with an increase in the growth of beneficial bacteria, which optimizes gut functioning. As different plants contain different amounts and types of fiber, it's important to consume a range of plant foods to ensure your good gut bacteria are kept happy and nourished. Another thing you could do is drink more water. Fiber, particularly prebiotic fibers, are important for gut health. However, in order for this fiber to do its job, adequate water is required. A lack of water can slow down your digestive system significantly and result in harder stools that are more difficult to pass. For optimal hydration, men should aim for 2.6 liters a day and women for 2.1. Something else you can do is to As we discussed, enjoy more high fiber foods. A diet low in fiber can encourage the wrong types of bacteria to grow, throwing off your gut's ecosystem. Think of your good gut bacteria as the trees and flowers in our ecosystem, and the bad gut bacteria as the weeds. If you can create an environment that allows the weeds to grow, it will overgrow the trees and flowers. The fifth thing you could do is to chew more slowly. Digestion begins in the mouth, and the chewing process starts to break your food down. If you rush this, your food may enter your stomach before it's ready, leading to indigestion. By eating slowly and chewing properly, you will also allow your natural satiety signals to kick in, which tell you that you're full. This prevents overeating and has also been associated with better digestion and greater satisfaction with our meals. So try eating more slowly and more mindfully by removing distractions, pausing between bites to savor what's in your mouth, and setting aside adequate time to eat so you don't rush. So the sixth thing, and I know this is a culture where we love our alcohol, but we need to try to limit alcohol because it can throw off the balance of your intestinal ecosystem. If you consume alcohol, make sure you do so in moderation. That's maximum 1 to 2 standard drinks on any day according to guidelines. Number 7. Don't go low carb. Now, I know that this is the latest trend, going keto, but whilst low carb might be a popular trend on your Instagram feed, you'll also be cutting down the fiber needed for good gut health. Instead of cutting all carbs, you need to focus on consuming healthy carbohydrates such as brown rice, quinoa, oats, whole grains, maybe even whole grain bread if you're going to have bread, and pasta, as well as all of our wonderful root vegetables that are widely available to us. Something else that nobody ever thinks of, or not enough people think of, is getting enough sleep. So while getting more sleep might seem like a no-brainer for overall health, research suggests that getting a good night's sleep is essential for a healthy gut. Our gut bacteria have their own circadian rhythms, just like all other organisms, and inadequate sleep can disrupt this rhythm in the microbiome and negatively influence the diversity and number of bacteria in the gut. Most of us need around 7 to 8 hours of sleep each night, and even if you think you can function perfectly fine on less, your gut bugs might think otherwise. So something else you need to consider, I need to consider, is to manage stress better. You don't need us to tell you that stress is not good for you. Prolonged stress can cause major issues for a number of the body's key players, including our digestive system. When we're stressed, our body is set to fight or flight mode and will reduce the blood flow to our digestive muscles and put everything on hold. There's reduced secretion of digestive enzymes, which may lead to indigestion, gastrointestinal inflammation, constipation, or diarrhea. So try reducing stress by spending more time outdoors, including exercise, which you should enjoy every day, reducing your screen time, and trying meditation, yoga, or whatever other activities you find relaxing. And this has been the Wellness for today. My name is Candy Nicholas. I am a certified holistic health coach, and I will see you next time.
And that is our show. I hope you found it interesting. I know you did. All right, we'll be back here again tomorrow on another DBS This Morning, but do enjoy the rest of your day.